How's it going? Oh, whoa. That was well too close. How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great week. Here we go. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better. That was like so far in my face. It was unreal. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week so far. Join us for the midweek stream. We are going back in to the mystery packs. We've also got some Paldea Evolved as well. Managed to get some more Paldea Evolved so we can go Magikarp hunting. Hopefully we can pull that one today. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. This week's going to be a really interesting one. Like I say, we've got the mystery packs tonight. We've also got the mystery slab bags in as well. So we've got the Japanese and the English ones if people want to test their luck in them and pull some sweet slabs. So we do have them available as well. Next week, I'm looking to get this week, I'm actually looking to get some more Black Ball White Flare. Hopefully this weekend I should see some more restocked as well for that, because we haven't had that for a while since it's come out. And it's a fun set one. It's a fun one to open, right? Both of them are really fun to open. But yes, I went to the London Card Show on the weekend, which was pretty good. Who we got in the house tonight? We got Rashid. Mate, always here for Rocky. Always here for the doggo. I like the fact that, what was it? Mike was like, I don't think your dog exists. So I'll show him a picture of him. And he's like, that can be a picture of any dog. I was like, fine, I'll show you a picture of him and me. And he was like, oh yeah, there's your dog. I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was like, he does exist. Absolutely. But yeah, it was really interesting weekend on Sunday when I went to the London Card Show. That was a busy day. Yeah, we didn't manage to record a podcast episode though. It was just too busy. So we just didn't really have time. Honestly, it was just non-stop. I think we had maybe like a 10-minute quiet period, and then after that it was just back to being mad again, which was good. It made the day go like super quick, and it was really fun meeting a whole bunch of people, which is obviously where it's at. So, which is pretty good. I didn't get any pick. Did I get any pick? I got one card for one illustration rare. I just had like 5-10 minutes right at the end of the event to quickly run around and see if I can grab anything, as everyone's like packing up. I wasn't able to like buy much myself, but I did pick up a couple of illustration rares, which was pretty good. I've actually booked a few more card shows this side of Christmas. I've got the Bristol one at the end of September, and then I'm going to try and book a double slot for the London Card Show again in November, end of October, beginning of November. And then there's the Bristol Card Fest, which was the one I went to last time, has a show in I think October, so I'm going to try and see if they've got any vendor tables there. If they don't, it's fine. And then I got Cardiff in December, so yeah, pretty mad. I think on Bristol my goal is to actually pick up stuff, like trade a lot of stuff ready for London Card Show, because London Card Show I think is going to be a bit mad. So if I'm doing back-to-back days, I need stock. And how's it going, mate? Doing good. Yeah, I need a lot of stuff, guys. I need a lot of stuff. It's quite interesting. I've had so many people email me recently and message me on like Instagram and Discord asking if I'm interested in buying their sealed collections. I'm like, guys, I'm not after sealed. I'm after single cards. I'm not after sealed. Yeah. I need single cards like a boss. Southwest Card Fest are doing another show in November because we're so successful. Yeah, I did see it. I think it was run by. I think that was the one I went to last time at the Ashton Gate Stadium. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get a table for that one. I've messaged them about it. They said they haven't got the vendors yet, so yeah, I'm gonna try and get into that one. Yeah, November. I thought it was October, but yeah, November. I don't want to do too many and have like little to no stock. That's the issue I might run into, especially the London Card Show. If I'm doing back-to-back days, That might be a bit tricky. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be good fun. I really enjoyed vending in the non-card show. We made a crap ton of sales. I was in charge of the singles. So I was in charge of like the binders and dealing with people looking at like the top end singles. Mike was busy sorting out the slabs. And we had a guy called Matt, who's I think Mike's business partner. He was doing a lot of the trade-ins. So he was dealing with a lot of people's trade-ins, and I was dealing with people's singles. Yeah, it was a big, mate. It was busy. It was good though. Any beans on toast? Nah, no beans on toast. We did take in a lot of Mr. Mimes though. We had someone, like a couple of people actually like just donated Mr. Mimes. I'm not even kidding. Like illustration rares and stuff like that. Like, yeah, here's a random Mr. Mime. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose it's quite funny. Yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah. YR, how's it going, mate? Could Phantasmal Flames the GOAT ever? Are we talking about the next? Is that the next mega set after Mega Evolutions? I tell you what, I want to do a video on this. What people are like, what the market and what people are after and what people are buying. It's kind of weird. Like what I see through this channel and what I see through other channels similar to mine is and if I'm being honest, a very, very small echo chamber regarding buying and like collecting and keeping things sealed. Because when I went and vended at the card show, the amount of people that I had spoken to that literally cannot stand or understand even why people would want to keep stuff sealed, which was very surprising. Like, and also not only that, like what cards people are after, like what people were there for. And it's not even just like at the card show. Afterwards, so on Monday I went to my local game store, had a chat with him, and he had been vending at a card show somewhere up north somewhere. And not only that, he was like, it's honestly so much different. Like, he knows I do this channel and stuff. He's like, it's so much different. Like, the way he views it is, he's like, real life, as he puts it, real life is so different to what you hear and see online. So it's very different to what you see on eBay. It's very different to what you see on TCG Player. It's very different to what you see talked about on Instagram, on YouTube, or whatever. He said, like, down on like the street level, things are very, very different. Very, very different. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. So yeah. Costco in the US is having more prismatic drops in Twilight and Surgeon ETBs get another Walmart drop. Yeah, the US are getting a crap ton of reprints. Yeah. Yeah, I did see the US are getting a crap ton. We are getting absolutely nothing. Yeah. I'm waiting for these collection boxes that are supposed to be coming out at some point. Yeah, I don't know when these are supposed to be coming out. Do you know what I mean? But we're supposed to be getting like a whole bunch of collection boxes that contain like Decim Rivals and Journey Together and Surgeon and Twilight and a load of other sets. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, if you do want to jump in and get involved tonight, make sure to use the link in the channel description. We're going to jump across the other screen. Boom. We got the kitty cat coming in. Guys, we do have a whole bunch of Paldea Evolved in at the moment. What other sets we got? We got Paldea Evolved. We got Paradox. 151 English. We've got some Crown Zenith if you want to try and get some of those gold V stars. And then we also have the mystery packs, of course, as well, and some Surgeon. We've got a little bit of Surgeon left as well, if people do want to jump in and get involved. This weekend, I should be getting some Black Belt White Flare coming in this weekend, so we'll be hopefully cracking open both of those two sets and stocking those two as well. I'm trying to get some more Destined Rivals, but it's getting very, very difficult. Yeah, so we'll have to see how things go. But I did manage to get... I'm going to give it some more Prismatic, because Prismatic sold very, very quickly. So I might look at picking up some more Prismatic. There's a restock of joining together blisters. Yeah, I did see... I saw some TikTok videos of people showing... I think it was Walmart. I might have been... I don't know, Walmart or Target, one of the two. And they were showing the joining together the blisters... like on the shelves, and they're like, "Our restocks here." And honestly, it was funny because like everywhere around them in the Pokemon section, like all the products were taken, except looked like nobody touched the join together stuff. It looked hilarious. It was like tons of them, and no one touched it. Yeah, it's like no one wants join together. Everyone's like, "Yeah, get out of here. No one cares." Yeah, no one cares. One thing I found really interesting, like talking to people, is if it's not Destined Rivals, Prismatic, 151, or Black Belt White Flare, people don't really care much about the other sets of Scarlet and Violet anymore. They're like, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not collecting it. I'm not even getting the cards for it. I'm not buying packs for it. I'm not getting anything sealed for it. I'm not even touching it. So weird. Like one person I was talking to, they were like, "Yeah, I'm buying up Destined Rivals booster boxes at $2.70 a piece." Well, like, absolutely. And I was like, "Well, what about older stuff that's like, most likely not going to get reprinted?" Nah, don't touch that. They're terrible. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, what about Paldea Evolved, right? I mean, that's you can get that for under $2.70. Nah, they're like, might as well get Destined Rivals. I'm like, what happens if they reprint Destined Rivals? And so many people I've mentioned it to some of the people I met at the card show. They all believe that Pokemon won't reprint it. They think there's going to be no more booster boxes. That's it. So it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, really interesting. Paldean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, people want the Bubble Mew. They don't really want Paldean Fates. Do you know what I mean? Like, they would... A lot of people are after the Bubble Mew on the weekend, in any language, to be honest, but they don't want anything to do with the sets it's in, right? Whether or not that would be Shiny Treasure, whether or not that would be Paldean Fates, whatever. They're not interested. They just want the Bubble Mew. They don't want anything else. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The market right now is so bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, there was a couple of people I spoke at the card show that were coming up to me saying they watched the channel. They've been investing heavily in the Scarlet and Violet era, but they're only picking certain products within certain sets and like hyper focusing on them, and not necessarily... They're like, oh, I diversified a lot during the Sword and Shield era. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, but I'm not in Scarlet and Violet. I'm literally going for either 151, specifically ETBs, or Pokemon Sun ETBs. I'm going for Destined Rivals, booster boxes. That's it. Not even ETBs, just booster boxes. And it's like, I'm going for, like certain things. It was just like, boom, boom. It was so weird. It was like super specific. Not like... get a bit of this, get a bit of that. Change, they were like, I did that during Sword and Shield, but no, they're like Scarlet and Violet. It's like, it's not just like they're focused on one set. They're focused on like one set, one product within the set, and boom, that was it. Very interesting though. Very interesting conversations I had with a few people. Absolutely. But big things that people were after at the card show. Definitely the Bubble Mew was a hot ticket item. Celebrations. Anything celebrations was big money. Everybody was after celebrations. Everybody was after the Shroud of Fable. Shroud of Fable was huge. Not just the Kingdra and the Greninja promos, but just Shroud of Fable in general. Like, I remember a lot of people were asking, and people were looking for the Persian. That was a big ticket item. A lot of people were asking for the Dust Gold lineup. Again, that was a big chase. What else? We had people asking for Lily's Clefairy, specifically from Journey Together. That was another big ticket item. Destined Rivals. Any illustration rares from Destined Rivals, people were after. Not specifically the Mewtwo. There was no interest of that, really. It was illustration rares from Destined. Yeah, very interesting. Nobody wanted to touch any of the Black Belt, White Flare, like Zekrom, Reshiram, and Victini. Those trio, nobody wanted to touch them. They were like toxic items. Yeah. How many ponchos did I see? Quite a lot. I think I don't like them. It's so silly. I spoke to one vendor, and even Mike said it as well. They just all trade amongst each other. They never actually get sold. It's an item to like show off that you got one, but nobody actually wants one. It's like, it's so silly. Same with Gold Stars. That was another item that people didn't sell. They just passed it around like it was a joint. Yeah, sitting on Shrouded. Yeah, boy. I mean, the thing is, the people I'm talking to, these aren't people that are getting Shrouded for sealed. These are people that just want specific cards. Yeah, they just want specific cards. Yeah. Is a sealed case of prismatic bundles considered a good investment for a 5-year term? Yeah, I would say so. I think anything's like case-wise that's sealed, I think you're fine. Yeah. Me passing joints, yeah, literally. No, but that's what it was like. I don't like old cards. So when people come up to me and they were like asking me questions about like certain cards, I'm like, look, if it's older than Sun and Moon, unless it's a very specific card, I couldn't care less. I was like, I just don't care. Yeah. And it's the same like when I start vending at card shows, if people want to trade in stuff, I'm like, it has to be ultra modern, it has to be like Sun and Moon. And this is from Generations. That's probably my only exception really from XY. But everything else has to be like super modern. Yeah. Plan offloading one of the cases before Christmas, so I have a few quid to spend. Yeah. So many. I tell you what, one thing I'll tell you this right now, guys. Right now. So many people that I spoke to, I would say about 90% of the people I spoke to that had sealed investment have been selling. Now, I'm not saying you should or anything like that, right? I've sold a few of my bits already, but people have already. Yeah. They're like, I'm happy. They believe we're at this, you know, we're at this peak, we're at this crux where they've hit this milestone of where they want this certain product to be or what they want the money for or whatever, and they've cashed in and they're moving that money elsewhere. Yeah. So interesting stuff. One guy I spoke to had recently sold he recently sold two cases of Astral Radiance, one case of Fusion Strike, and one case of Lost Origin, and he just plowed all of this money into Destined Rivals and into 151. Yeah, he went ham. I was like, damn. Yeah, I'm holding. Yeah, Pokemon Center stuff I'm holding. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't sold any of them. I recently sold a few like UPCs because they're big and bulky, and at some point I'm looking like at making room for stuff, and I just Some of them I just was like, you know, I'm just gonna sell them, and I'm spending that money elsewhere. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna sell them. I get, you know, I use that money. I buy more product. I sell it, and it just scales up. So it's just gonna keep, you know, the amount of money I'm getting from initially selling it is just gonna keep, you know, making money. So it's fine, you know. At the end of the day. Yeah. So like Charizard UPCs that I was picking up at like £85 in like Black Friday sales that I've had. Yeah, I've got one left. I sold the rest for like 300 a piece. Yeah. Chance of one of the stores about having cases of Shrouded, and they're interested. I said you were going to trade for a Destined booster box, but they were waiting for the owner to make a decision. Ah, fair. Yeah, Destined Rivals. Yeah, people genuinely do think there's going to be no more booster boxes. They think what's out there's out there and it's done now. They don't think we're going to see any substantial amount of hit in the market. Well, if stores are bottlenecking it, we won't see anything. No. All right, we got Mr. Smooth coming in. Right, let's get some opening packs, guys. Let's get some packs, guys. If you want to jump in and get involved, make sure to use the link in the chat or in the description. As always, I've got 7 booster boxes. I'm done. Yeah, that's a good amount, mate. That's a good amount. I've got 2 because I can't be asked to buy anymore because I'm using my money to get stock for all these card shows I'm going to. Yeah, like I would say, like over the past month, I've probably added about, I don't know, like 3.5 grand's worth of stuff ready for these card shows. So yeah, quite a bit. All right. So yeah, a lot of stock. Single cards, slabs, mainly single cards, but slabs. Yeah. Single cards sold like crazy. I said this to Mike. He traded for a lot of slabs, but a lot of top end stuff. One thing I've noticed, barely any cards over £50. People weren't interested. No. They just sit there. Everyone's like, oh, that's cool. I spoke to a vendor and they were like, yeah, I can't shift any of my cards that are over £50, let alone like big chase cards from certain sets. They're like, no one's interested. Everyone's picking up like 5, 10, 20, 15, 20 pound stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like no one's interested in these big £100, £200, £300 cards. No one cared. No one wants them. It's like super interesting. Anyway, Paradox Rift. What we got? Stellar Crown. Shrouded, there we go. Speaking of it's the boss, right? Destined. We take a Destined. And a Brilliant Stars. There we go. We got a nice little lineup there. We'll do Shrouded first. Then Paradox. Then we'll do Desperate Rivals last. Alright. Shrouded, let's get it. Guys, make sure to get involved. Yes, mate. Like I said, if you took away Black Ball White Flare, I was doing pretty good on the on my illustration rare hunt, but now, it's gone tits up. Yeah. So, Crobat, Copper Raja, come on. Oh, Big Bear. Yeah, honestly, like the slab market is the amount of money, the amount of deals I saw going on the weekend regarding slabs. Eye-opening, to be honest. Absolutely eye-opening. Sealed, everyone's like, some people had sealed there, and it was like, oh, that looks nice. That was it. That's, oh, that looks pretty. That's a nice little display. And that was it. No one bought any. It was like Mela coming in. But yeah, both Ace and PSA were pretty popular. I would say one wasn't really more popular than the other. It seemed quite even, 50-50. So yeah, absolutely, mate. The amount of IRs I got, yeah. I picked up, I think I picked up one or two. I picked up 2 on the weekend. That was it, just 2. Lilies or a Bombay, and there was another from Destin Rivals I picked up. The Houndoom. I think it was a Houndoom. I can't remember now. But yeah. I need... Right, Brilliant Stars, come on. I need a lot more. A lot more. My goal is to complete it by the end of the year. I want to try and complete it by the end of the year. So yeah. Shroomish, Wormadam, and a Mewtwo non-holo. That was a shame. Alright, Destined. Let's get Banger, come on. Give us the Mewtwo. One time. Shroomish, just my face and we don't pull anything good. Come on, Mr. Smooth, let's get it. Spide-Ups. Oh, we got something. Dondozo Full Art. Big fish. Did I get the English Dash Bun? No, no one had it. Literally every single vendor I spoke to, no one had it. Someone had the Japanese one. I was like, no, I've already got that in a 10. I was like, I'm looking for the English one, and just no one had it. Yeah, honestly, it was like rocking or shit. It was so difficult to find. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Smooth coming in with 2 full arts. Happy days. Yeah. So no, I couldn't find it. So if anyone's going to the Bristol Card Show and you've got an SIR Dash Bun, come find me. And if you've got a graded one, even better. Was there a lot of Japanese from what I could see? Yeah, a crap ton. Yeah, a lot. A lot of Japanese sold as well. A lot of people were picking up Japanese just because it was cheaper than the English version. Even Chinese. People were picking up Chinese versions just because it was cheaper. Yeah. Like we sold a Bubble Mew Chinese that was £100. They were like, I prefer to get this than the English. They were like, it's better print quality. They actually, and I agree with them actually, because they showed me an English one and a Chinese one side by side, and the texture and the pattern and everything else of the Chinese one just looked way better than the English. And they were like, it's a fraction of the price for a better card. They said the only thing different is the language. And that was it, because he's got the English card back as well, so they just didn't care. They were like, this is even more of a bonus. And that was it. I was like, man, they're onto something here. Yeah. One of the shops I go to have the Dash Bun and the PSA 10. They have it 120, but probably get it a bit lower. Yeah. That's not bad, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ace 9s. Flying. There was one vendor, I'm not even kidding, one vendor who I spoke to, and I was looking at their slabs, and I was like, wait a minute, there's not a single 10 here. They're all 9s. There are a couple of 8s, but they're like all 9s, no 10s. And I was like, have you sold out of all your 10s? He was like, no. He goes, I buy ace 9s and I sell ace 9s because he said they sell for way more than PSA 9s. He's like, if I pick up PSA 9s, I crack them, I grade them with ace. Because I get PSA 9s, they're near enough, like, somewhat equivalent of a raw price for a card. He goes, I buy them, I crack them, I send them to A's, and if they get a 10, even better. But if they get a 9, they'll sell for more than they were in the PSA 9, and then the PSA 9. And I'm just there like, that's crazy. And he was doing it with English stuff. I was like, and Japanese actually, but I was like, that's pretty cool. And the price difference was huge because he had some PSAs. He showed me some PSA 9s of the same card. The prices were so different, so different. I would say ace 9s were like, in some cases, like 50-60% more expensive than PSA 9s. It was wild. Especially Japanese. It was wild. Like, there were some Japanese slabs, and like, it would be like £18 in a PSA 9, and then it would be like £35, or it would be like £30 in an ace 9. And I'm there like, wait a second. And then there was be like, you have a Japanese, like, I think it was the Japanese, I think it was the Magikarp Japanese in a PSA 9. He had one in an ace 9, and the ace 9 was nearly double. I was just there like, it was just mind blowing. Yeah, it is clever. It is very clever. Yeah, he was selling them like crazy. Like as I was like flicking through his binders, there were people around me that were just buying them. They were just like, oh yeah, can I get that ace 9? Can I get that ace 9? Can I get that? You know, and I was just watching them fly, and he was just replenishing them with more ace 9s. And I was just there like, and that's what caught my eye. And I was like, what's going on here? And I asked him, and I found out that was the case. So there you go. People flip PSAs and collect A's. Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is what I mean with PSA. So there, on the day, there was a Celebrations Zard in a 10, and it recently sold for 380 on the day, and I think Mike had for 270. And someone came over and was like, by the way, mate, this recently sold for 380 earlier today. And he was like, what? And they were like, yeah, if I was you, I'd take that off. And he had a look, and he found out that it did sell for 380. So he was like, yep, well, I'm taking that bad boy off and repricing that. And it was just like, that happened a few times with a few other bits as well, even like raw cards, but mainly PSA slabs. And people were flipping them. Yeah, people were literally flipping slabs left, right, and center. But whereas Ace, people were like, I want this in my collection because it looks so cool. And yeah, and the PSA slabs weren't getting bought out by the public. They were getting bought by other vendors. Yeah, other vendors were buying or trading for PSA slabs to then have on their stall to then trade or sell to another vendor. And literally these same high-end PSA slabs were just getting passed around, whereas the A slabs were selling. Those were the two biggest things I took away from that. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, it's kind of a bit of a weird one. Like before the show, I on the podcast, like before we did our last podcast episode, I said to Mike, you need to get folders of lower end singles. And when I mean lower end singles, I'm talking like £5 or less. You need dirt cheap cards, because trust me, you will sell a lot of them. He was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. And he had these binders, and what happened? Crap ton of sales in the low end. Like, so much sales, so popular. Yeah, Sunday was his biggest day. Yeah, it was like he did. I think we did twice as much sales compared to the Saturday. It was crazy. And I would say a good chunk of that was just the lower value stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure to smash that like button. Damn straight. Really want the Venusaur plus Celebi promo in an Ace slab. I think I have. Do I have that one? I don't. I think I do. Are you talking about the tag team? I think I do. It's not graded though. Yeah. Absolutely getting an 8. Yeah, absolutely. It's like I've got some slabs that got like low grades, but they look so sweet. Like let me have a look. Let me show you. Look. Yeah, look, I'll show you some of these slabs I got, right? I mean, this was from a recent submission I got absolutely cooked on, but I just like the look of some of these labels. This was the Orbeetle VMAX from Lost Origin. So there's that one, which I think looks pretty sweet. And then you got the Pikachu. I just love the look of that. I just think it looks so, so nice. And then you got the Tornadus Art. I just think they just look so nice. And then, of course, the Eevee, the Sleeping Eevee. But this one looks fantastic. I love the look of that. I just like the fact that it literally looks like it's just carried, like it literally just carried on. And you got the little dash one right there as well. It's a shame we didn't get a 10, but it just still looks nice. And you got some Japanese, like the Kalia, which I think just looks, like I said, it's just nice looking slabs, right? Radiant Zard. This was a shame this got an 8. The Zardy boy. To be honest, I did get this for free. I literally traded bulk for this. Quite literally, like commons and uncommons for it. And I was like, screw it. I just want to put it in a slab. And I just think it looks so cool. And then you got like the Zora promo. That one's okay. Probably not the best. It doesn't look like it fits very well there, but... and then I got the Iron Hands, Jazz Hands coming in as well. But yeah, I just think they look cool. I just think they look awesome. Yeah. Could do a long form on LCS breakdown analysis. Yeah. Don't worry, it's coming up. There's definitely I'm doing some unit videos tomorrow, so yeah. One of them will be an LCS recap. It's the one where the Venusaur is looking up at the Celebi in the air. Hang on. I think I've got it. Bear with me, let's have a look. I think it's in this folder. I'm like 99% sure. This one. Is it? Oh, it is I didn't realize it was a promo. It is a nice card, yeah. Yeah. That looks clean. That's not bad. That could be. That looks good. I might send that to. Yeah, that would go to Ace. Great. Not Ace. That would go to PSA. That. I've got a whole bunch of tag teams. I collected a bunch of tag teams a few years ago when they were like really cheap because I liked artwork with multiple Pokemon in it. That's why I always liked tag team. I didn't realize how expensive this one was. This one. But that's another really nice card. Yeah. It's got a nick in, looks like it's got a bit of a nick in the corner there. Oh no, it doesn't. I'm now looking at these going, some of these look pretty clean. I don't have enough, no, I've only got one of each of these tag teams. Yeah, I got this one as well. This one. It's quite a nice artwork. But yeah, I got like a whole bunch of them. I think the most expensive one I bought back in the day was probably this one. I think this one back in the day was like 20 quid, 18 quid I think it cost me. Yeah, this one's about 18 pounds I bought back in the day. That was the most expensive one. The other two I showed you probably cost me like £8-10 each, I think, something like that, give or take. Oh, the Reshiram and Charizard in a PSA 10. I do have that in a PSA 10. This one as well. This one's quite a pricey one these days. But yeah, I've got like, how many have I got? I've got like 20. 20 tag teams, regular ones, like no alt arts or anything, just regular like tag teams. But yeah. Nah, I think I'm planning on grading all of them at PSA, just for like a collection standpoint. Yeah, they're not. They probably won't be for sale. Like even if they do come back in 10s, they probably won't be. I'll just keep them as they are, just because I like tag teams. I like those style of cards. I don't have all of them though. Yeah, I do want to try and get all of the rest. But they are getting quite pricey now. Yeah. Now show us your seal collection. Shit, look, we know what happened last time I did that. Yeah. The comment section was kicking off. People brought out their pitchforks. I can't let that happen. I can't. So I feel like it's better for me to show, you know, cards and slabs so people don't bring out the pitchforks. I think when stuff dies down and people are readily available to get stock again and get product, then I'm more than happy to show off. But at the moment, I just think it's too sensitive for people right now. So yeah. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I got this done at the card show. Look how displeased I look in this, right? Look how displeased my face is. I look so miffed. That's my face when I'm sick and tired of people's shit right there. I'm so done. So done there, look. I'm like, just get out of here. That is a fed up looking face. It's because I was chatting to the people at Whatnot and they're like, oh, we're here to support you, we're here to do this, we're here to do all that. And I'm like, but you haven't though, have you? I was like, I've been on your platform since 2023 and I've had zero support. And you keep telling me, oh, well, why don't you come and, you know, do more streams of us and do this and do that and we'll do this and we'll get this sorted for you and we'll do that for you. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But I was like, but you don't know, so, you know. I'm like, but you rather have like super shady people on there that do some real sketchy stuff. Don't worry, you'll help promote them and push them. Yes, like super sketchy. Yeah. Have a nice fern, I do. Maybe I should do a video where I show you my plants. Rashid's like, yes, finally. Yeah, maybe I should just like get this picture and just have it as a thumbnail for the podcast. Yeah, we are going to be doing a LCS recap episode this week. Yeah. of our experiences. Mike, this will make you laugh. So he had a camera set up to film, but just didn't press record. I was like, mate, what is the point of having this camera here if you're not going to turn it on? And then he's like, yeah, but the battery's not great on it. And I'm there like, well, just film you doing a deal and then turn it off again. And he's like, yeah, but... And I'm just like, mate. So he didn't really record anything. I think he recorded like 2 things. Yeah. That's the face you make when you've got a present you didn't want for Crimbo. Yeah, literally. No, that is my face when the dog is giving me grief. When he's back-chatting me like a bitch. Yeah. So I've been sorting out a lot of singles. I gotta price them up. Because I've been pricing up a lot of cards, and then the market just changes like within a day by day. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like everything I priced is just way out. So yeah. The 7th link. Yeah, why does it everyone keeps buying Links Africa? Why is it always like, I don't mind the smell of that one, but why is it always that one? Why can't it just be any other one? Why is it always Links Africa? You know what I mean? Did I see the price of the cards? I did. Let me have a look again. Yeah, sounds good, mate. Yeah, sounds good. Honestly, any illustration has help. I love the fact that in the back of every single picture is your 2 doggos. Love it. Absolutely love it. It was quite funny because I was like showing the missus. I was like, look, he's got his doggos in the background. She was like, oh my god, they look adorable. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of the early stuff I don't have. Scarlet White Base, Palair Evolve, some from Obsidian. It's the early stuff. Like anything like pre-Paradox Temporal. Except 151. I've got all but one. I've got all but the Vortal. But everything else, yeah, it's... Yeah. And then Destined Rivals and then Black Bolt White Flare. I don't have a lot. Oh no, it's good, mate. It's good. Guys, I'm going to be calling last chance on orders. I'm going to close the store in the next 10 minutes. If anybody does want to jump in and get involved tonight. So far, it's just Mr. Smooth jumping in and getting involved for the mystery pack. Yeah, definitely make sure to get involved. We are going to be back on Friday and Sunday as usual this weekend. I should be getting some Black Ball White Flare in. Don't know how much of it I'm getting in, but I should be getting some in. So definitely stay tuned for that. No, at the moment, I'm just after the, like, I would rather get the lowest tier stuff first and then leave the big heavy hitters last. That's pretty much what I'm going for. So like the Magikarp, the Groudon, stuff like that. I'm like holding off. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm probably looking at things that are like £10 and under at the moment. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Luckily, a lot of illustration rares have fallen in value as well. Which is good, because they did shoot up really high, didn't they? And then they've come back down a little bit. Yeah. Guys, I think you guys are, but if nobody is subscribed to the channel right now, we are 2 subscribers away from 15k. If anybody watching is not subscribed, We are 2 away from 15k. I am literally on 14,998. Pokey these nuts. How's it going, mate? Hope you're doing good. Yeah. I was like, oh, we could reach 15k today. That would be amazing. We'll do a 15k celebration stream. I need to think about what we could do. I'm thinking we do a big wheel spin for a massive prize with beans added in. Yeah. Because I looked, we haven't done a big wheel spin in a long time. And I want a big prize. What do you guys think for a prize? I'm thinking this. What do you think? What do you reckon we should do for the top prize? I think for the top prize for the wheel. How about something like this? I think that'd be a good top prize. A nice PSA 10 legendary birds. I think that would be a big juicer, I think. A 500 card dip box. Yeah, because you'll be like, oh, Jace, I want exactly like 260 or some weird number. And I'm there like trying to count through it. But yeah, I think this would be a really sick top prize. It would be a hench wheel though. It'd be a massive wheel. It'd be loads of slabs on there, sealed product. But yeah, I don't know. We might do. We might do. Yeah, I think it'd be sweet. Yeah, we haven't done a wheel. We haven't done a wheel in a very long time. Very, very long time. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we did a wheel. Months ago, must have been. In fact, I can actually look. When was the last time we did a wheel? May. 14th of May. So 3 months ago. Yeah. So we'll do a big one. I'll gather up the prizes for it. And then I'll announce it ahead of time. But it'll probably be a big wheel spin, like a lot of entries, because obviously it's such a big prize as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I think we'll set a really good one there. Yeah, it'll be crazy. Crazy. But it probably will be a mix between English and Japanese though. Just to get the entry price down a bit, because if it was all English, it would just be silly expensive. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Ant. No worries, mate. Have a good one. We are 1 away. We are on 14,999. That's live till 15k. Damn. I wonder if I can... Would it let me... I don't know if it'll let me do that. No, that doesn't work. I used to have it, so I had my... No. I don't know where that's even gone. Yell out my window, yeah. Just like anybody. Yeah, it used to, it's like under here, is it? Something stupid. Hang on. I'm moving stuff around, bear with me. No, I used to track the live subscribers, but it doesn't let me do it. I used to have it on the screen back in the day. Wait a second. Oh, hang on. There it is. I can actually see. I wonder. Can I? I'm trying to see. Aha. It's fucking. There you go. We're one away. We are one away. Boom. Now watch everybody unsubscribe. It took us a while, but we finally got there. Damn. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody. We got there. 15k. It felt like a while. It took us a while. We were lingering around like 15k, up towards 15k for a while. But mate, we have finally got there. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody. I'm going to keep this tracker. Like, it's been a while since we've had the tracker. It was like old school. We used to have the tracker. I think it was always fun, like, seeing the numbers scroll up and down. Damn. Damn. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who jumped in and got involved. 15,000. Damn. Damn. We got there though. I don't have to show out my window now. There you go. Happy days. Well, there you go, guys. We did reach 15,000 subscribers. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has supported me in the channel. We reached another milestone. Next up, 20k. Well, that's gonna be a big one. We'll definitely do a 15k stream. I'm trying to think what we'll do. I think we'll do a giant wheel spin. I think that would be very, very cool if we can do that one for the celebration. I'll announce everything for it leading up to it, obviously, as well. But yeah, it'll be good fun. So this Friday we're gonna do some black bar white flare, and we'll have the mystery packs, the pad air evolved, and other goodies available as well. And then next week I'll probably get some prismatic in. I'm gonna try and get some Destined Rivals in, but I definitely will get some prismatic in next week. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. So that'll be pretty good as well. And also on the store, I'll be stocking a whole bunch of graded slabs and some single cards soon. So keep an eye out for that as well. I will announce them in the Discord. So yeah, those will be available for you guys real soon. Also, but that is it from me, guys, in tonight's stream. I want to say a massive thank you. As always, you guys are the bosses. And I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you all on Friday. Friday, baby. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Peace.